Dana, Amber. Hey, congratulations for Centurion, the Dancing Stallion.
Thank you.
So let me start off with this. What initially attracted you to this project? Dana, let me start with you first.
I felt like the script I was given had all these elements that I wanted to explore in storytelling, things that I'm attracted to, family, young love, triumph, hope, emotions. It tapped into that. So for me, again, those are the kind of story points I want to explore in films. And so and I was told I was able to do whatever I wanted with it. So getting the right actors involved in it was the next part, and Amber signing up to do the film was completed that in a lot of ways for me. And so that was so many things I was attracted to early on.
What about for you, Amber?
Really, it was working with Dana that I know Dana. I've worked with Dana for a long time, and I know his family and he knows my family. So it's like being able to be around somebody who you respect creatively and who you admire, and also just as a person, I think is, really special. And to me, the first time we ever talked about it, I hadn't even read the script. I hadn't even looked at it. And so it's just kind of having the initial conversation of like what the bones are of the story and really what that's built on, and then knowing that there is space to play and space to explore, and trusting who you're doing that with, to me is, that was enough for me.
Most excellent. How familiar are both of you in regards to Mexican horse dancing as a competition before you took on this project? Amber?
Not at all.
No, not at all.
Not at all. You, Dana?
I had I don't think I've seen it. I went to an event after the script was brought to me, so I was able to kind of see instantly. Look, I'm from the Mexican culture, so I once I went to this event, I instantly saw the familiarity with that culture that I knew, and and how important it was to all these people involved, and the spectators and the performers. Like, it's a big thing. They take it very seriously, huge entertainment value for them. And it's attractive. Like, when you go in and you see how important it is to people. I feel the same about like bull riding. Like, you go into these bull riding events and it's like these people, it's their life. So it's to me, it's a really interesting world.
So Amber, not being familiar at all, did you have to go to an event competition, or you just jumped right into this project?
We really didn't have the time. We really just jumped right in. Not coming from this culture and not coming from this world, I think it was really, to me, it was really just about the story, I think. And it was really about the creative elements of, who I was working with and what the characters going through. And then it was like, I think I, arrived where we were shooting maybe a week before filming, and we kind of got to go out to the ranch and see everything and experience it and start to learn and pick it up and stuff like that. And a lot of it was really just learning along the way of like what this world is like, and what that sport or that art form or whatever that is, what it's like and what it's about. And it was very nothing that I ever expected, and definitely very interesting.
Dana, what part of this film is the true story? Because there's so many elements, the family, the sickness, the horse itself.
Yeah, it's all a true story. I think the only kind of fictional part is that Nancy Gamble, one of our executive producers, she wasn't an 18-year-old girl. She was she was definitely older when she went through this, but basically the whole diagnosis and it was a little different, but like Centurion basically helped her overcome leukemia. Like there was this whole story about like that was the big healing process. So, yes, we put it together in a dramatic form and a narrative form that makes a movie, but like it's hard to separate them. And I think when we were making the film and Nancy was there with Amber, it's like she could talk about every scene in a way. So even though it didn't exactly transpire in those, just like that, so much of the truth was in there.
Amber, since you had very little time, could you tell us about your training process and what was it difficult? Because I think we all knew you already have a horse experience.
To be honest, I don't remember what it was exactly my training process. It was so long ago, but I think it was, I mean, so much of it, I just remember being like, I remember going to the ranch. I remember meeting the horses. I remember, having days where I would come in and just kind of see things and see how things worked. And in little pieces, like watching the horses kind of like out in the pen, and then seeing them get on the platform and stuff like that, and then sitting on a horse and kind of having them show me what to do with your hands and what to do with your feet and what that means. And I think it was really just like piecing it together.
So basically it's really the horse's performance. You're just the spectacle with the horses.
Yeah, that's it. The star is true. The movie is called Centurion. Okay.
That is true. Dana, tell us about filming this in Napa. Like a lot of film projects, they would have filmed it anywhere else. Something cheaper or tax credits could have been easily in New Mexico. Why did you want to go with the original ranch?
That's where this story happened. And again, we're dealing with truth, and we had this access to this amazing ranch and other properties and resources. So, it just made the movie so much more accurate and bigger. And it was like I couldn't have, there's no way I could have accessed that anywhere else in the world. Even some of the events, like the big event at the end, and it was right there. It was right in Napa. So like this happens in that part of the world. Northern California has these Mexican dancing events. They come from all around the world to be in that Solano, the last one, and it's where it happened. Anytime you could, as a filmmaker, anytime you could go to where these things take place and where it happens, you're going to win. And I think we had a little bit of a California tax credit that we got, but we would have shot in Napa regardless.
Most excellent. And Amber, tell us about the costume you had to wear for those competitions. I know I saw, a few pictures, and usually the Mexican women wear like these nice flowing dress, but it looks like yours was much more practical and more comfortable in this case.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm trying to remember. It was so long ago. Dana, do you remember? I mean, I'm not Latin, so I'm not, I don't come from this world, so I don't know what is, traditional, what is not. I just know that I think whatever it was based on, it was also, I think, reflective of the journey of the character and what she went through. And I mean, even with the hair at the end and all that kind of stuff, I feel like it was reflective of what her experience was, but I feel like Dana probably remembers.
Yeah, it was, it was ranch life, and then definitely with the flair of that region and of that culture. I mean, again, we were shooting in a real, this is where it happens, and this is where it happened. So like, I think the wardrobe choices were right there, and that's exactly right. I think you see it a little bit, more in the Solano when Amber's walking into the big stadium at the end. There's a little more flair in that particular wardrobe, and and then I think the men, Aramis and the guy who plays Danny and Francisco, they had the real kind of authentic outfits. And I guess in the Uva Blanca, that's what they wore, and that's what they wear. And so yeah, it was very accessible to Danny, our costume designer.
Most excellent. And I'm going to throw the last question to you, Amber. Since you were not familiar with this culture, what was the best thing and what did you learn?
I mean, I think it was just being able to witness it all was just, I mean, like I said, just so unexpected. And I mean, not knowing that this world exists and then getting to be invited in and so, you know, witness it up close so quickly. I think it was just really impressive to me what happens and it's, I think, just amazing. I think overall I just was amazed at what, you know, what these horses can do and at the story that, you know, Nancy had with this horse and her illness and all, and, you know, overcoming that and everything. I think the whole thing was just really unexpected and mind-blowing.
Most excellent. Amber, Dana, thank you very much for carrying this conversation with us about Centurion, the Dancing Stallion. Everyone should definitely check out this film. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.